We waited. We waited 3 whole years. We theorized, we speculated, we debated. For 3 whole years, we bugged these actors. We pleaded with them to give us some spoilers. And now it's finally out. It's out. And I watched it. I couldn't help myself. So I was actually planning on making like a whole other video. Seriously, I had the script ready and everything. I had all the background pictures and stuff ready. And then I started procrastinating, as one does, as I do. It's a problem. We're working on it. 2025? That's my year. I'm going to stop procrastinating. And then I was like, it's Christmas now. Something big in pop culture is supposed to happen. Besides Christmas, and Mariah Carey doing her It's Time thing. And then I was like, isn't there supposed to be a new show coming out? And then I thought about it and I said, my Sabyuk profile picture is gone. Like, I thought I was tripping, but I was like, no, like, it's gone. Like, where is it? And then I was like, wait a minute. Squid Game. Squid Game. So it came out the day after Christmas. They're smart because they said everyone's going to be in theaters on Christmas. Well, I'm lazy, so I eat cookies and just watch Christmas movies. But the day after that, what do? Watch people get violently, brutally murdered. Why not? Why not? It's a new holiday. It's a Squid Game holiday. Yeah, right after Christmas. Just opposite vibes. We love to see it. Honestly, I was going to wait till the new year to watch this because I have this thing where I want to start off the new year on a high note, and that means watching a show I know I'm going to like. Or watching a season 2 or 3 of something I've been waiting for, and I made myself wait months longer than when it actually came out to watch it. It's a weird thing. Don't leave me alone. Okay. But then I was like, we live in 2024. People cannot hold a spoiler in to save their life anymore. And it's sad. They just have to tell everyone what they know. And I was like, I go on TikTok 24/7. I go on Instagram 24/7. Somebody is going to spoil this for me. So on the 27th, which was Friday, I watched the first 2 episodes. And then all throughout Saturday morning, up until 5 in the morning, I stayed up. I was watching the rest. Because after those first 2 episodes, I needed a break. Oh gosh, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it in a quick second here. So yes, I did happen to watch this all in one night and stayed up very early into the morning because I do exhibit jobless behavior. It's not just a mindset for me. Unfortunately, it is my reality. I cannot help it. I can, and I will. I will get a job. I will get a job. But it's just not right now. Not during winter break. Please. It's just the perk of being jobless. I'm sorry. I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is. But people act like it's everybody's fault for doing other stuff than watching something immediately. Y'all. People don't always have the time for that. Some people actually do enjoy watching stuff 1 episode a day or 1 a week. Who am I to spoil things for them? You won't catch me doing that. So this is your official spoiler warning. I am going into the whole season. So yeah, if you watch this and you're mad at me for saying something, then that's not my fault. I gave you a warning. Can't be mad at me. Okay, let's get into the first 2 episodes because y'all are already pissing me off. People are saying, oh, it started so slow. The games only happen in episodes 3 to 6. Oh, this season sucks because of that. Oh, they took forever. They should have been at the games in episode 1. I hate y'all for that. No, I really do. And it's pissing me off badly. For all the people saying Squid Game started off too slow, no, it did not. You guys have an instant gratification problem. And you don't want to address it. Nobody does. And your short attention spans combined with that, disastrous. It is. Y'all don't appreciate a good story anymore. Y'all don't appreciate a full-on plot. You just want action, action, action right now, instantly, or I'm giving the show up, throwing it away, I'm calling it trash, I'm gonna shade it on the internet. Y'all suck. Y'all don't like a deep storyline. Y'all don't like build-up anymore. Y'all don't like a setup anymore. You want more, 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 now, now, now. It wouldn't have been as impactful if they went through all those games in 7 episodes. Last time they did it in 9, didn't they? Wasn't that one 9 episodes? Ooh. I just wanna. This is why they didn't put everything all in one because y'all would have had an issue with that. Y'all would have been like, well, it's too slow now. They have too many episodes. I hate this. You're taking forever to get to the point. I just want to see who wins. Oh my god, y'all are missing the whole point of the show when y'all act like that. It's sickening to me. It really is. Sit down, shut up, and watch the show. Pay attention, because y'all really don't pay attention. Do y'all not realize they have to set this stuff up? Show what Gi-hoon's life is like since he walked off the plane. Because they did a whole time skip. So they didn't even show as much as they could have. There was a 2-year time skip in the beginning. They really could have went into more. But they knew y'all wouldn't have paid attention to that. That's why I like K-dramas for real. This is a K-drama, don't get me wrong. But they have 16 episodes. I think that's a golden formula. That's the perfect number to really get into something. But y'all can't have that no more. Y'all want quick. And we also had to meet all these new people and see the new stories just like they did last time. They were setting stuff up before they got there. It wasn't just Gi-hoon, the main character. We were seeing all these side stories and then we recognized people when they got there. So They had to do a lot, and we got to see more of the recruiter. Weren't y'all were, I swear y'all were just on the internet talking about how you wanted to see more of him, were you not? After season 1, everyone's like, who is this guy? Who is he? How high up is he? What rank is he? We were all obsessed with him, and then the writer just gave us more than that, and now y'all are mad. They wasted 2 episodes on him. Y'all just can't appreciate good storytelling. And that's what it really is. Y'all just don't know. Y'all don't appreciate it. You don't. I had no issues with the first 2 episodes. I thought it was perfect. Also, the brother, I forgot about the brother. We had to see what he was doing too, what he was up to. Because weren't y'all curious about that last time? Oh yeah, that's right, you were. So now you're mad when we're focusing on him? That's weird. That's weird to me. Y'all are weird. The bread and lottery episode was so tea. It was so good. Gi-hoon hiring all those. Okay, first of all, I didn't even recognize this until I saw someone put it on TikTok. So I am kind of glad some people are talking about it, as long as they give a warning. But like, I didn't even realize the dudes to help him find the recruiter were his previous loan sharks. I did not recognize them because we barely saw him. But like, that man was on his ass before, and now he's like, all of a sudden he came into money, so he must be telling the truth, which, yeah, I guess he is telling the truth that these Squid Games are a real thing. Shout out to Mr. Kim. Shout out to my guy Woosuck. Like, y'all are real ones. Y'all are real. Now, you're kind of dumb because as soon as Gi-hoon said not to mess with that man and not to follow him, it's none of my business. We found him. Oh my god, the way they found him was so funny when they were like taking the pictures and stuff, and when they looked at each other when they heard the slap, that was hilarious. And then speaking of the recruiter, before, he was like caught and everything, when he went to those people, those homeless people, and did the bread or like the lottery ticket thing, oh my god. No, like that really does say a lot about society, because I'm sure there's a lot of people, even in America as well, that would take that lottery ticket. They would take that chance instead of something, that they know they need. They're like, but the possibilities. Like, I could win $1 million right now. I was like, only like 2 people took the bread? Y'all believe in the lottery that much? Do you know how rare it is to win on a scratch off ticket more than like $2? But they were like, let's just chance it. And then when he smashed all of the bread, he ain't even have to do all that. That's sick. That is twisted. He literally was like, pick one. And then the rock, paper, scissors thing. Oh my god. See, Russian roulette, whoever came up with that is a freak and a weirdo, because why would you risk your life like that? But doing rock, paper, scissors -1, I've never done the -1 thing. So that was like, oh my god, like the tension was crazy. I was like hiding behind my covers. I was like, oh god, oh god, oh god. And then when he put more bullets in there, twisted, twisted. Oh, that man needs help. He needed help. Something not right. Something not right with that recruiter. But the fact that he can fight though, I thought he was honestly just gonna whip out but he could fight. I said, oh, I'm kind of jumping all over the place because my mind is scattered. But like, this episode was good. This episode was so, so good. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I knew one of them wasn't gonna make it. Just the biggest sigh, the biggest groan ever. I was like, why would y'all touch that man? Why would y'all follow him alone down an alley? Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. If y'all know that reference, you're a real one. When Woosuck played 2 rocks though, I was like, my god, okay, I can't even hold him. That is a very stressful situation. And he was making them play fast every single time after a while, because he was like, the game's getting boring. So I mean, I probably would have done that too. I probably would have had no sign. I probably would have been like this. And then they probably would have shot me because of that. So I ain't even gonna hold him. Mr. Kim, he played his scissors, y'all. That is brotherly love right there. I mean, it's kind of his fault that they followed him, because he was like, come on, let's just go get this. We need to get this coin. But Mr. Kim was like, we gotta ensure we get this money. We gotta ensure we get this bread. If you think about it, And then we get Jun-ho, the man that was like shot in the shoulder, In-ho's brother, the front man's brother. We follow him a little bit, thank God, because I was like, why would we not? Like, I don't know why everyone's shocked we spent time on him. Why y'all mad? Like, he was trying to like infiltrate. He did infiltrate the games, and he tried his best to stop it. Like, why are y'all mad? We're still focusing on him now. Now he's like a traffic cop and everything. And then during the whole chase, when they were following the recruiter, he even got pulled over, and then he realized he was with a partner, and then he realized, oh shoot, like that's the man. I've seen this man before. He was in the games. He won. He's out. And so now he's following him, tracks him down. I love it. I love when a storyline comes together. Ugh, beautiful work. Beautiful work. This episode was so juicy because in that motel Gi-hoon bought, the recruiter pops up. I think he popped up. Or did Gi-hoon invite him there? I don't know how did he get there? How did that man get there? I don't remember that. This is what happens when you watch everything in a day. See, you don't remember what happened. But anyway, they interact. They start having combos. The recruiter starts revealing he truly is a psycho and he's not one of the good guys or like someone that was played and is trapped in this. He's doing this because he enjoys it. He sure does. And the fact that he was in the games himself and he ended his own father. Wasn't he like one of the guys with the mask and then he like took out his dad? Oh gosh. Like I can't. I can't. And then he worked his way up and then he ended up being the recruiter for them. Isn't that what happened? Isn't that what he said? Oh, just sad. Just sad, sad, sad. And then they play the craziest round of Russian roulette I've ever seen. Down to the wire, girl, and Gyun makes it out alive. When that recruiter put the in his mouth, I couldn't look at it, y'all. I had to turn the sound down because I'm like, I don't want to hear what that sounds like. If he Thankfully, our guy's still here. I mean, if you've seen the trailer, you knew he wasn't gonna die, but I was still scared for a second. I was still scared. Or I was scared that he would still get shot because that guy could have the recruiter, he didn't have to do this fair at all. He could have literally pulled it on him and just been like, now what? And they talked about that. They both did talk about that, but they both kept it fair. Because if this was me, after I made it past one round, I would have been like, all right, I'm not getting lucky next time. It's over for you. The second you give me that gun back, it's over for you. And what now? But they're better than me, I guess. And it happened the way it was supposed to happen, so, can't be mad. Anyway, the storylines all came together in the second episode. Woo-suk's in this now because he was tied up by the recruiter in the hotel. The recruiter's gone. No longer a problem, but of course he can be easily replaced if the Squid Game continues. And then, we got Jun-ho in this now because he tracked down Gi-hoon. And Gi-hoon's in this because this is his money, and he has a whole arsenal in the bathroom or whatever that was. I think he bought this whole place for himself. He can afford it. He got 45.6 in the bank. Woo-suk and his loan shark friends find some military dudes, and one of them is very attractive. Very attractive to me, in my opinion. I was like, oh my god, I want more of him on my screen right now. Oh, he is fine. I don't care what none of y'all say. I love seeing those military men on my screen. In real life, no. Sue me, sorry. But in TV, there's just something about him. You know how to, yeah, he could protect me, you see. Gi-hoon is now that I got that one tracker out of my ear, because that's how I even knew he was at the airport and somebody was spying on him. Now that that's out, I'm gonna put one in my tooth. He got his tooth yanked out. I can't look at that. I could not look at that. I couldn't stand that. I was like, oh, keep it away from me. Keep it away. I don't want to see it. But he put a tracker in his tooth, and then they went to that Halloween party. He should have known they were still gonna be following him. But anyway, they had cars lined up with these military men up in there. I'm shocked he got anybody to agree to this. Woo-suk, his word must be powerful. His word must be gospel. Or Mr. Kim's was, and everyone knew he knew Mr. Kim, so they're like, well, just trust you, I guess. Because he found those people quick. He found those men that were willing to do this huge operation so fast. They go to the party. Woo-suk gets tased because the red guys are on him. Everyone's in costume, so nobody really thinks anything of it, or nobody sees. Gi-hoon follows one of them. He ends up going in a limo. The tracker starts working, and then, they all start following in limos and cars, and then the cars go boom, boom, boom. Nobody died, shockingly. But, oh wait, no. Jun-ho's is the only car that blew up. The other cars, their tires were shot, right? I'm remembering it now. Yeah, so they just got snipers posted up. Wow. And then Gi-hoon's like, you know what? Put me back in the game. I'm going to figure my way out of there. Some way, somehow. Put me back in. And he ends up being 456 again. And that's how, the second episode ends. What else am I forgetting from that episode? Oh my god, I'm forgetting my soldier queen. The pink lady. Oh my god. Also, am I colorblind? I thought those outfits were red this whole time. I guess they're pink. But it might just be the lighting or the filter they put on the show. But I swear those were red outfits. They're not, though. They're pink, my favorite color. So... I'm not gonna argue on that. But I forgot. So yeah, there's this girl, and she's a North Korean defector, kind of like how my girl Sabiak was last time. Rest in peace to the baddest. She did not deserve the way she went out. Oh, I don't want to think about it. But yeah, the girl has her job. She starts wearing a pink little bunny outfit. She's one of those people at festivals and stuff. Meets a little girl. The little girl is sick. She herself is a defector, and I guess she left her infant child back at home. And she's like, I gotta bring her over, figure out a way. And then the dude, I forget what they're called, the broker, he's like, well, we're trying our best, but you don't really have a lot of money to do that. And it's hard to do that. So she's pissed at life. And I guess I never thought about this. I thought those pink soldier people, the triangle, circle, square people, I thought they were ex-military people or something, or just hired to do this. I didn't realize they were recruited as well. Because she had that card, and as everybody thought, we all thought she was going to be a player because she didn't have money, right? The shock on my face when I found out that lady, I can't remember her name right now, but when I found out, when we saw that reveal of the red outfit and she put that mask on, girl, I said, oh, this season is tea. I said, this season, oh yeah, we're getting into some shit now. Like, this is how you start off a Squid Game. Okay? Oh my god, I did not know they were recruited too, though. Like, that was gaggy. Oh, the writer, you deserve your tens for that. That was so good. That was so good. It's not number 11 in the shipping container. Oh. So yeah, I guess these people are just in the system and they every year I think they said they have to be re-recruited. Now I don't know if this was this lady's first one. I think it is. But that is how we started off the games, y'all. And then we pull up to the games. Episode 3. After that great intro, for all those that are haters out there, that was beautiful. That was a great intro. Great intro. Oh, wait, I forgot to talk about the captain. The captain, okay. I knew something was up with him. And I'm not exactly sure what episode this was, but when he was in that restaurant with those people and he was acting weird, that boat captain, I said, yeah. You don't want these people to find it, do you? Also, how do you not remember the island or the direction of the island you got a boy that was shot from? You fish, right? You don't remember anything of what that island looked like? How was he even able to get close to that island in the first place? You're telling me there's not people spying out front, keeping watch from above? Yeah, he's got to be in on something. Now I've seen theories saying that he's part of like the organ operation, like the organ black market stuff. I could believe that because that's the operation within the operation. Because I don't think the managers, like the front man, knows about the organ stuff. I don't think that's a part of this. I don't think that was ever supposed to be a part of it. They were supposed to be in the incinerator, gone, evidence gone. It's a sick world out here. Everybody's just trying to make a dollar, y'all. Ooh, in some of the worst ways. Oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. They get to the games, play red light, green light. We lose a baddie instantly. Instantly. Rest in peace, number 196. Honestly, though, I was kind of mad that a bee is what took her out. But thinking about it, it probably would have took me out too. I hate bees. I can't stand them. And I would not be able, I shake a lot. I have bad balance. I would not have been able to stand still for that long with a bee on me. Are you kidding me? Now I'm trying to think if I myself would have believed Gi-hoon when he said he's been to these games before. He seemed really confident about it, so if this was me, I probably would have been like, he a little weird, but why would he lie, you know? Why would you lie? Right? He explained it really well too, so I would have been like, you know what? I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust you. I would have been sticking right beside him the entire time. Throughout all the games, I would have been like, you, come here, you're my partner. Absolutely. Even though he didn't know what the second game was like, I would have been like, you, come here. Give me your best shot. Guess. What do you think this is? What really shocked me at first, and then the more I thought about it, I was like, I should not be shocked, is the fact that the tracker in Gideon's tooth was removed right before they started playing red light, green light, and he noticed that, and he was like, oh, shoot, like I'm stuck. They ain't getting me out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was a shock to me. And the island was in the whole other direction, I'm sure. Like, oh my gosh. But then again, when I thought about it, I was like, wait, they check everything about these people. They know everything about these people. They knew the tracker was removed, and they knew Gyun had help from other people that were following the limo. So he must have a tracker somewhere, right? So they were smart for removing it, and they figured it out. But I was like, dang, like that sure would have helped, huh? We were introduced to all these new characters. My baddie with the bob. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm still trying to remember numbers. I might have to look up the numbers because I don't remember these numbers that well. We had Thanos, aka T.O.P from Big Bang. My jaw hit the floor when I recognized him, y'all. Like, I heard talks that he was gonna be in this, but I thought y'all was playing. I did not think he was gonna be in this. Oh, he was in there. And he's also a rapper. It was so silly. His nails being the Infinity Stones. That's so funny. His rap, he called the girl a flower, and then she literally had the bee on her. That was genius. That was brilliant. And then she got nuts. So it was nuts. It was nuts. That was crazy. His friend, what number is his friend? 120 something. Man, I hated him the second I saw him. I was like, oh my god, get him off my screen. Get him off my screen. And then we got Miss Jo Yuri IZ ONE fame. Solo fame. Playing a pregnant lady? Oh my god, they should not have let her compete. Letting a pregnant woman compete in these games. Knowing she's about to give birth, she's really close. And then we got, player 333, aka crypto scammer, aka Siwon, And there's hella crypto scammers. And apparently in South Korea, that is very accurate because I saw people saying how there's a lot of crypto scammer YouTubers, just like Siwon was. I forget his character's name, but player 333. Yeah, my girl 196. Thanos, and that other guy. What is his number? Hold on, I have to look up his number. 124. Namgyu, 124. All got scammed by him. They're all in the same room. Hey. He gave y'all that warning at the end of his videos, but honestly, I probably would have beat him up too. I wouldn't have tried to end him. I'm not that type of girl. I'm classy. I'm a lady. But I would have fought him a little bit. At the end of Red Light, Green Light, sorry this is so all over the place, but it's just coming back to me now. But at the end of Red Light, Green Light, that one guy gets, I think in the leg, and then Gi-hoon and my girl, number 120, backbone of the season, Hyunju, was like, I'm gonna help you out. So yeah, they both hold him up. He was in the leg, and then our girl, what's her name? The North Korean lady. Isn't it like na-eul or something like that? She's one of the shooters up at the top, hiding in the walls. She sees this, and then she's like, no, what, headshot. I was like, oh, she's crazy. I was like, oh, like, because she can't have her daughter back. She has no love in her heart anymore. And even though he crossed the line on time, she was still like, no, put you out of your misery. And we were all like hating her for a quick minute, but then soon we realized why she did it. But at first I was like, oh, she's sick. Like all these people are just no empathy, no humanity. Not real. Can't be real. Something really interesting about the season that I did like is that they brought back the voting, but of course it was much different. You had the signs on the floor, literally creating sides and dividing the people. Oh. And they vote after each game now. And after the first game, I honestly thought it was going to be like last season, that they were going to be like, we're done. But then player 100, he started to be like, well, there's too many people here. Why did you even tell us what this game was about? Only like 95 people died. That's not enough for us to split, right, guys? Just because your debt is like 10 billion, most people in there probably don't have that much. A lot of the youngins, probably student loans, real. Some older people maybe like houses, lost a job, borrowed too much money, loan sharks, and then older people. I mean, it's just time for you to go. Like, why are you so adamant? Like, there's no way. People said he would have to be in like the top 4 to win what he needs. You are old. You're not making it that far, my love. Take what you can get. And then people were listening to that old man instead of my man Gi-hoon over here when he literally told you how to live. They should have been flocking to him. Well, they kind of did a little bit, but they still didn't believe him and trust him. So the fact that they voted O to stay instead of X to leave because they were like, just one more game, it's kind of like a lottery. It says a lot about the human brain. They're like, just one more chance. We survived the first one. We don't know what the next game is. But like, who's to say we won't survive the next one, right guys? Right guys? Right guys? And the fact that they're labeled now, I see what you're doing here, Squid Game. You know that's going to get people fighting. It got people fighting the first time without the label. You think they ain't gonna fight now? Oh, and that's exactly what they wanted, and it ends up happening too. And then Gag of the Century, the front man, who we've seen. Oh, first of all, why were people so shocked? Did y'all watch last season? Do y'all pay attention? Do y'all actually put the phone down to watch a show like this? Now, for me personally, I do because I watched the original with, like, I watched the Korean dub with like English subtitles. I don't do the English dub. I'm sorry. You miss out too much, and I don't like how the mouth is off, so I watch those subtitles. So I pay attention. I clock a lot of stuff. You can still read and watch, okay? And it actually helps your reading. Like, it helps you read quicker. Genuinely, I think me watching anime in 6th grade is how I became a better reader, but we're not gonna get into that. But yeah, like, do y'all even, like, look at these characters' faces? Like, we knew that in season 1. We knew that that man was the front man. He just had a different hairstyle. Like, he looked exactly the same. He looks exactly the same. Like, why are y'all so shocked? I'm shocked that he became a player in his own game, but I'm not shocked that that's who he is. Like, that's Juno's brother, In-ho. Like, y'all piss me off so bad. Irritating. But yeah, I can't believe he was like one of the deciding votes too. And then we move on to the next game, the 6 legs game. Honestly, y'all, with that one game where you have the rocks and you have to throw them and then pick them up, I wouldn't have made it. If I would have been assigned that role, that position, or the top one, we would not have made it out. I don't know which one's harder, that game or the Dalgona game. I mean, I figured they were gonna switch up the games. Besides just the trailer, I was like, they're not gonna make us watch the same games, especially with the same competitor in there because they say they're about equality and fairness. So I guess the first game's probably always the same, and then they have other games that they switch out throughout the years, either that or all the games are the same. But since this is the first time someone's returning, they set up new games. But I think that'd be too quick to set up new games, so they probably just switch them out, or maybe like every other year it's like a different thing. But the fact that they instantly lost trust in him, even though he was right the first time and was trying to help y'all out because he didn't have to say nothing. And then, player 001 gave his fabricated story, which was half truths. He lied about his name, which is kind of crazy that two of the head honchos, they went with the same number. I see the parallel there. I do see the parallel there. In episode 1, I think, we found out that some of the stuff he said was true about his pregnant wife being sick and everything, and he couldn't afford it and he's in debt. So he went to the games. But he won his games. This is not his first games. So he did have money, but it was too late. The wife died anyways. So I guess this is when he was like, you know what, let me start my big bad transition and not give a damn about anybody else anymore, any other human lives, because my wife is gone and I'm sad. And, therapy. We can't do therapy. We have to end all people, all poor people, because they're beneath me now, right? We find out that one of the dudes is in the military, and then we find out that Jung Jae, I forget his number, was also in the military. So they're like Marine buddies now. And then we see another gag of the century. That player 333 is Jo Yuri, I forget her number, 222. Oh yeah, they have the angel numbers. His ex-girlfriend. Ooh. 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 Was not expecting that. He didn't even know she kept it. That... Of course, we see the soldiers selling stuff on the black market, the organs, and being mad that their numbers aren't high enough. And then they start to figure out that was our girl na-eul's fault. I'm probably pronouncing that so wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm trying my best here. I am. I got that Midwest accent. We can't do too much when it comes to pronunciations. And the officer in black with the square, big manager, he's like, stop it. Do not F up my stuff. And she's like, okay. No. How about no? No. And she keeps going for these headshots instead of the non-fatal shots. This six-legged game, though, yeah, I think I would have been able to do the last one where you kick it 5 times. Even though my balance is bad, I think I could unleash my first grade soccer skills. My hair did get caught in the net, and then I cried, and then I quit because of that. But I remember some things. I think I would have been fine at that. Like I said, the rock game, not for me. I still don't even know how you throw one and then you catch them all, and then you throw 2, and then once you do all 5, you flip them over, and then you gotta catch them like that, right? Too much for me. That game would have took forever. The throwing one, I would have been able to do that. I think that would have been my second pick. The top one, not doing the top. I can't remember what the other game was, but did y'all peep something, or was that just me? You know that one guy, the one Marine guy, the young one. What's his name? Let me think of his number. Daeho 388. You know how Jungjae was telling him that that's like the one throwing game is like a girl's game. So how would he know how to play that? And he was expecting Jo Yuri to be able to play that because they have a girl on his team. Now either that was just calling out misogyny, but the way he said, "Well, I actually have 4 older sisters." Am I the only one that was getting fruity sus vibes from him? And that's no shade. I don't care if he's gay, but am I the only one that was getting that when all that happened? Because it felt like that was not the truth. I don't know. He could be a little fruit salad and a military man, and what now? Why can't we have both? Am I the only one? Or am I reading too much into it? So yeah, all those games being in 5 minutes and then having to walk with your leg chained to somebody else's leg. Oh, yeah, that game would have took me out. And if it's the fact that one team finally was able to get through all the games, but they didn't cross the line in time, so they all got aired out. Oh, I think it was cute though how everybody was cheering for everyone. That was nice. I'm glad, my faves made it. At the beginning, my faves were Daeho and Jo Yuri because she's pregnant, and I do like the mom. What's her name? Oh shoot, I'm gonna think of it in a second. And she clocked that Miss Jo Yuri was pregnant, so she can watch over her. I know she's not gonna make it in the end, but oh, I'm gonna enjoy her while she's on my screen. You know what I mean? This continues into episode 5, right? And my girl Hyunju's team, they made it, which was so funny when she slapped that shaman lady. Oh my god, that was hilarious to me. And she was like, "I'm gonna kill you before any god does." That's my favorite quote. That is my favorite quote of the season. I keep saying that. I keep saying I keep thinking of that moment. And then that shaman lady was like, okay, we're locked in now. I'm not gonna mess up anymore. Yoon's team, they made it. Their team, kind of a slay. I mean, when you have a frontman of the games on your team. No, I forgot. Oh my god, wait. He almost set everybody up. I don't know if that was on purpose or if he was actually like, oh god, like we might actually die. Like, uh-oh. Because he was the only one that didn't get it on the first try, right? When they kept having to go back, and then he flung it all the way back. I would have slapped that man silly. No, we actually would have fought. I'd have been like, you know what? I give up. I'm ending you right here, right now. But back to Hyunju because I just thought about something. When Hyunju told her team to look away and everyone else to look away, I knew what that was about. But that just kind of like made me like feel really bad because I assumed that's why she was in there when we saw in the trailer that there was gonna be a trans woman in there. But like, aw, like that just made me feel bad because she hasn't had like that surgery yet, and she doesn't want people looking like that. Just kind of that made me feel really bad. But I'm glad everyone looked away though. I'm shocked nobody put it together why she wanted them to look away, but I'm glad they did. They respected that, like at the very last second. After the games, we see because na-eul is still taking these people out like fully, so you can't use their organs anymore. She gets like threatened and attacked by these two other soldiers that are like threatening to like R-word her and stuff. And like they cut up her face, and I said, "Whoa, take it easy. Like you're just another cog in the machine. Like how much money are you really making from this? Like for real, like let's be for real now. You can calm down a little bit. You can relax a little bit. You're not supposed to be doing this anyway. Like this is karma. Leave her alone." But then she's finally like, you know what? I gotta live. I gotta get my daughter. So I'm not gonna keep interfering anymore. And so she's like, okay, I'm done. I did what I could. She did do her best. So we applaud. We applaud you. Thank you for trying. So now we have another vote. They finished their second game. I really thought they were gonna be done. I mean, I knew they weren't because there's more episodes, but I thought they were. And then, you know, like last time, they were just going to come back if they wanted to continue. Because that's what happened in season 1, right? They've all, well, not all agreed, but the majority ruled to leave because of clause 3. And then the ones that wanted to come back had the other opportunity to come back, and the numbers went down. I thought that was going to happen at this point, that people would leave. But no, it has to be like majority to end it for real. And then you split what's left. And they're still mad that more people lived than they thought. So they're like, one more game, one more game, one more game. And this time, I'm glad that player, you know, 001 was like, all right, y'all, we should stop. Like, we should stop now, right? And more people were like converting to the side of stopping. Y'all, I almost forgot to mention my girl Semi that was a part of the 630 game that we focused on with Thanos and the other guy, 125. Oh my god, I am so sorry, but I fold whenever I see a woman with a lip ring. Oh, she's so fine. Oh, she's so fine. Oh, she's so fine. I want to know what she dressed like outside of the games. I just want to see because I think I know what you are. But I just want to see. I just want to see. Like, ugh. Like if I was in those games, I would not leave her side either. She was so fine, and then she let that Minsu join her team, which was very sweet. Eyes twitching because I know what happens, but that was very sweet of you. She better than me. But their team made it out as well with Thanos and them, of course. I was like, oh, you're my new Sabyuk. Okay. Work. Okay. Okay. So now there's like little alliances within these teams or whatever. And I think she voted O the first time and she votes O again because she's one of those people that are like kind of being threatened by Thanos about how the pot is too small and that they need to be on their side and they need to stick together and be a team, right? So her and Minsu were like, okay, we'll vote O. Frontman votes X. Our main guy votes X. The mother votes X. And her son votes O. Evil, 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 evil. And Jungbei also votes O. That was a shocker. I thought you were different than that. But everyone's just like, one more time, one more time. It's not gonna hurt us, one more time. Miss Pregnant Lady, you know, Mama, they vote X. I think Hyunju at this point, did she vote O? She might have voted X. I'm not sure. No, I think she voted O. Anyway, we get to the Mingles game. That game would have stressed me out. I have bad anxiety. I cannot socialize properly. That game, I think that was like the most stressful game Out of all of the ones, season 1 included, I think that game, well, the glass bridge one was stressful, but this one stressed me out even more. Like, I was just imagining myself being in that and I would have panicked. I mean, if I had some allies, probably, but even then, groups and teams were being split up. There was 5, and then there was 3, and then there was like 6, and oh, I just don't know if I would have. And then people were trying to like open the doors, and oh, see me, I would have thought about that. I would have been like, I'm holding that door. There's nothing preventing them from opening it. It doesn't lock until the time goes out. So I would have been holding on to that for dear life. They finally started doing that towards the end, but I was like, oh my god. The song is still stuck in my head. It's so creepy though. It's so creepy. And then Thanos and that guy were doing that dance, and then I saw in a video like that's the dance they actually do when they sing that song with their friends. So that was a nice touch. And then he did like the bang 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 thing when it was spinning around too. He's funny, I'll give him that. He's annoying. And he has to, like Semi said, take drugs to like chill out. Oh, she read him so bad. Oh, she read him down to calm his nerves. He has to pop those pills. Forgot about that. And then his friend saw that and he was like, give me one before that 6-legged game. Yeah. So yeah, this game that sure did bring the numbers down, didn't it? There was betrayals. There was but it was so sad though. It was so sad. It was so sad because I forgot that Hyunju had no one that wanted to be with him because she's trans, and that Youngmi was the first person to be like, hey, do you want to be on my team? So they were like sticking together, and she was the first one to call her Uni too. If y'all don't watch K-dramas, or if y'all aren't a K-pop fan, you might not have realized how huge that was, but only girls say that to other girls that are like close friends or like big sisters to them. So she was like acknowledging that she was trans, because if not, she would have called her like Oppa, right? So that was huge. And then Goomja, the mom lady, she was like trying to understand instead of like judging and criticizing anymore. And I'm like, thank God, because y'all are all about to die anyway. Like, what is the point of judging at this point in time? Y'all really gonna judge someone for being trans, and y'all are in this death game? Okay, but yeah, she's learning. Because before, didn't she say that Hyunju was unsightly or something like that? Which is so mean. But she is a part of a different generation, so slowly but surely, hopefully this inspires people to like not judge trans folk anymore, because it's really not that serious. It's not your life. Like, mind your business. As I'm thinking about what happens, I'm remembering all the little moments, because during this game, first of all, the son thought his mother wasn't gonna make it, because it was like a group of 3. They said 3, that was the number. And so the son and the mom got separated because boys were dragging her son away. And then he kind of let them. I saw that look in his eyes. If he really wanted to fight him, he could have. I mean, it's 2 against 1, but he didn't really put up too much of a fight after a while. But luckily, she was alive. See, that's what you get for voting O. You never really know who's gonna live or who's gonna die, so that was your fault, friend. And then we see our girl Youngmi, the one who called Hyunju Uni, got shoved by people falling out of a room, and then player 333, well, before the time ran out, entered the room that was supposed to be 6, right? Before Youngmi could, because it was just too little too late. She had 1 second to leap and get into a room that locked. And you could just see her eyes through the little panel on the door. And you can see Hyunju being shocked and sad. And then you can see her call her Uni again, right as she was, and fell down. Her eyes, the change in the eyes, phenomenal acting. I actually cried. That was like one of the first times I cried, because that death hit different. That one, that was very upsetting to me and my homegirls. We did not enjoy that one. Y'all coulda let her live a little bit longer. Last time I checked, nobody wanted her to pass away. It ends up, for like the last round, it was 2 people, and then player 001 and Jungbae, I forget his number, but Giun's friend, who, by the way, I totally forgot about this. Apparently, and I did go back and look at this, he was shown in like the episode where Giun was like racing, like the betting on like the horse racing. That, I think, was the only time he was ever seen or mentioned until now. Like, I thought Songwoo remember how he was his friend last time? I didn't think they were going to do that again, but they did that again. If your memories were that good that you recognize that man, good for you, because mine was not. I can recognize In-ho, but I did not recognize that man. I'm sorry. He's in a room with player 001, and there's 3 of them, because these dudes opened the door, and then 1 got shoved out. As soon as the timer was ticking away, player 001, aka Frontman, was like, oh no, honey. If you're not leaving, I'm gonna take you out. So he choked him, and then he snapped his neck. That was me and Jungbae. We were both like, and then after the game, Gi-hoon and, frontman get into it about, should we persuade these people to like vote to end it or what? Ultimately, after they vote, it was like down to the wire. Semi finally voted no. She was like, screw those guys, screw Thanos. Minsu finally voted no. He was fearful, but he was like, yeah, we out of here. And the Sun finally voted no. I think player 333 was finally like, yeah, we gotta go. And people kept being converted over. And then it went down to player 001 because the voting alternates. So at first, 456 was the first one to vote, and then 001, and then 456. Oh my god, I didn't even talk about how they betrayed Semi in that game when it was like down to 3. They were playing rock, paper, scissors, and Semi was trying to reach out her hand for Minsu to try to be like, let's just find somebody else. Let's find one more person. Let's just split up in 2. And then he played scissors. So they were like, bye, Semi. And she was like, and that's when I thought my girl was going to die. I was like, oh no, Minsu, me and you have beef forever. But luckily, she made it out. So yeah, anyway, fast forward. Thanos is mad that Minsu changed his vote, and so is 125. And so a fight breaks out. 333 is like, listen, leave him alone. Don't interrogate him. Don't mess with him. Don't make him change his vote because the vote was tied, right? The vote was tied. Thanos is like, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? They're trying to get me to change my vote. He was lying, saying, yeah, he's a little master manipulator. But 333, because of their meal, some people, remember like last season, some people had forks. It's getting to that point where we're about to play lights out. Some people had forks, and he was like, when Thanos attacked them, and like that scene was disgusting. His throat. Oh, that was nasty. I was like, I wish I looked away. But I didn't think that was gonna work. But it did work. We saw everything. Rip Thanos. You did bring a lot of comedic relief. You were funny. You were annoying. But you were one of those characters you love to hate, right? Hate to love to hate. So we'll miss you. We won't. But somebody will. Your little bestie in crime will. And so now he's mad, and now it's like a huge fight. People die. He had a fork too, so he did his thing with the fork. It was a mess. They end up coming out, and they realize the numbers, I think, 5 people passed, and 3 were still X's. So like 2 of them were O's, 3 of them were X's, so as long as the people vote the same, they should be able to get out. Back to the whole Jun-ho plot where they're trying to like figure out where the island is. They found a trap door, but it was a setup, and it was rigged with explosives. So one of them passed away, and one of them is like pretty injured. I thought they were gonna make it out too. I was like, oh, right when there's a tie and they can get out, yes, but no, it was a trap. And then we get to the final episode of the season already. They went out with the bang on that game though, because that game was crazy. And then at the end of episode 6 into episode 7, we realized that like the captain of the boat really is an op, and that he was never trying to help them find that island in the first place. Which I figured because somebody posted a clip of this too. When they were in that restaurant eating, after it was like stormy outside, he said something about like, what do you think those guys do? Like sit around and watch computers all day? And how would you know that? How would you know that? You feel me? So that's when I first started being like, he's giving sus vibes. But now like it's confirmed that like he ended one of those people because one of the guys heard some noises. And then he pulls up and he's like, why are you messing with my drone? And then he tried to come up with these excuses. And then the guy slowly started realizing that this man, he's not on our side. And so the captain was like, and then he threw him overboard. Uh-oh. And then Wusa came out because he heard something, and then the captain kept making excuses. It was the wind. It was the waves. It's just things banging around because it's a rocky night. Don't worry, go back to sleep. Damn, I thought he was gonna take Wusak out for asking questions, but he didn't, thank God. Because you probably can't end him because, he's kind of the leader, and that would be very suspect. And then following the bathroom fight, just like last time, they realized that they can end people and still raise the pot because that pot came back down that piggy bank. And the money filled with the 5 players that just passed away, and they're like, oh. And now we have forks. Lights out is coming. So Gi-hoon convinced people, like the main people basically, that we all know, to not fight. And he was like, just hide, because I've been through this before. Just hide. We gotta hide, we gotta make a fort. Trust me, it's not worth fighting. Don't do it. And so he convinced some people to not fight. But of course, once those lights go out, it was a violent night. It was not a silent night. This ain't Christmas no more. It was a violent night. I can't bring myself to bring it up. My girl Semi. I don't even know how. I have to rewatch this, even though I don't want to. I don't know how or why she didn't hide, or why she wasn't a part of that conversation. I thought she was. Namgyu was like, I don't think so, Miss Lady. And he ended her. And that pissed me off because that was supposed to be my wife. That was supposed to be your mother. That was mother, and that was supposed to be your mother. I was not a fan of that. Oh, she went out too soon. I knew she wasn't a main character, but like still, I miss my lip ring baddie. Bring her back. Somebody revive her. And then Minsu, he did try to help. He threw that bottle down, but it was dark. I'm gonna let it slide because it was dark. So he missed. And then our girl Semi tried to fight back with a shard, but it didn't work. Rest in peace. Gone but never forgotten. Oh. Oh. And so this is when Gi-hoon, during that whole conversation I mentioned earlier, you know, how they were like, we should hide. He was like, after we hide, once those soldiers start collecting the bodies, we ambush them and we take their, you know, let's grab them, let's go. And I didn't think that was gonna work, but enough people were like, you know what, let's get up out of here. Let's figure out who's behind all this. Let's see who's running this. Let's take them out. And enough people, it was mostly men, right? They were able to get some and they were like spraying. And a lot of the soldiers that came in passed away or ran away, and then they ended up getting one. And they were like, all right, who wants to join the revolution? Who wants to fight? Like Katniss, who wants to fight? Most of the exes were like, so now they have losses from the attack because some of them didn't hide, and now they have losses because of what's about to happen. Like, oh gosh, y'all are not getting out of these games. Y'all are not getting out of these games. We realize Miss Hyunju apparently was in the military before she got fired for being trans, you know, which is really sad because she said she lost a lot of friends. Her family don't really fuck with her no more, and she lost her job, which is like it was like ROK Special Forces or something. So that's like high ranking, right? Like that's up there. Oh, she was at the top of her game, but then people had to be transphobic, and they lost the real one. They start fighting. It was the majority of the episode. It was crazy. They were, you know, she was smart. Hyunju, she was like, let me get these cameras real quick. So she got a lot of the cameras. So the manager in the black was like, oh, shoot, like, oh, they coming. Don't let them come up here. And so all the red guys come down in that like playset thing. And then they have to, our friends, our team, our side, the good side, the ones in green, start shooting up. The people in red are shooting down and at them. The numbers were not very even, but our team was doing the best they could. Gi-hoon and Jung-jae, they were the ones that went off with the one guy that they held hostage kind of to like pass through security and all that was his thing, and then they got rid of him. I think somebody shot him. And then they go off on their own, and then player 001, he was also a part of this. He was in the main fight, but then he and two others went off to find a secret way to get around because Jung-jae and Gi-hoon were like, we can't fight all these people on our own. Like, there's more people back here behind like the manager section than we thought. We need some backup. So player 001 took two others with him, and then Daeho, the ex-military. Now people are debating about this. I think it was PTSD. Some people said he chickened out or that he lied about being a Marine. I think he had PTSD because you can see the way he was fighting after a while. Like he was getting like shell shocked. Like it was a lot for him. It was a lot for him. I don't think he was lying. I genuinely don't. I think he just couldn't take it anymore and he started panicking. And so our, Hyunju went back to find him because now this, before they left, I probably would have done this if I'm being real, because I was thinking about this. I would have grabbed more of the magazines they said, which had all like the ammo in it before they went out, but maybe they were running out of time. And they were like rushing and then they were like, let's just go. This will be fine. There's probably not that many people with the mask, right? They didn't know the numbers. But I would have been like, well, let's just grab the rest of them in their pockets right here. Instead of sending Daeho back to do it, let's just do it right now. So she was like, he's taking too long. Something's happened. So she goes back. Since they ran out of ammo, the guards are starting to make their way down. And then they made their way down into like the main bedroom section. You know what I mean? And then the mom was like, stay here. Don't fight no more. He's chilling back there. Just stay here. You can't fight all these people that are about to come in here on your own. So now, I don't know what's going to happen with Hyunju after that. They're probably going to recognize that she was shooting at the cameras, right? But then we get the big twist at the end, which wasn't really a twist for me, because the same thing happened around this time with the old man. Like, he was able to get out of the games. I knew 001 was not going to go all the way through these games. Y'all really thought he changed sides for real? It was a front. He's called the front man. He's fronting. He is not on their side. He never was. He was trying to teach Gi-hoon a lesson. The way he was talking to him before, he knew that they were going to vote O every time. He was trying to literally teach him a lesson. He was challenging him time and time again. Y'all got to listen to the tone. I knew he was not switching sides. I knew he was not actually a good guy now. And then what happened? Those two dudes that went with him, bang, bang. And then he left and he acted like he was shot. And then he put on the frontman mask and then he kills Jung Jae. And he was like, see, Gi-hoon, see? You can't stop this. You can't stop these people. You can't help them. This is just life. And that's how it ends. Well, actually, if you watch the little post credits, you see Young-hee, the little dog girl that became an icon overnight. And there's a boy one now. That's her boyfriend, I think. Now, this is where the theories come in, okay? Few things of note here. Gi-hoon did not check the wall. Honestly, I can't hold him. I didn't think about it, but like him being a player before, once those beds started clearing out, he should have looked at that wall. You should have looked at that wall. It wasn't even an inside thought. Nobody acknowledged it. Nobody addressed it. Nobody. I can't believe that young me doll got a boyfriend in 3 years before I did. Are you kidding me? How is that possible? She got a man before I did. They really weren't trying to like make y'all remember that point, because then y'all would know what the games are. But people figured it out anyway. But human chess. People are saying the next one's probably human chess, and looking at the numbers, that would make sense to be the next game. But these are kids' games. It's checkers. It's not chess. Most of these adults are dumb. A lot of them are in debt for dumb reasons. Now me, I'm in debt because of student loans. That's different. That's different. Some of these people are in debt because of crypto scams. A lot of these people cannot play. They do not have the mental capacity to play chess.
Now, while the adults played Go, the children played other stuff with these pieces. They played this thing called Akagi, which is you just kind of flick the pieces and try to get the other pieces off the board. And this is very common for Korean children to play. So I think this is pretty likely to appear. Now, I talked about Young and Chulsu. They have a dog named Paduk, which is, Korean for the game Go. So I think that's extra likely to appear. And I just wanted to make like one other guess about a possible game. This is called Yut. It is like the board game of Korea, and it's everywhere, and so all Koreans know it. And I think this has a chance to appear since all Korean children have played this board game before. Now I'm not gonna explain the rules, but basically you throw these sticks kind of like dice, and you move around the board.
Then people were saying after that they saw what looked like monkey bars or something, or some kind of climbing game, and that wouldn't make sense because the game before the last game was a game where you were like above ground. So it does make sense that they would do something like that again. Now people are thinking that one's going to be another team game, but if you remember, it wasn't this late in the season, but there was a paired up game, and I think monkey bars, they're probably going to make them compete in pairs, and whoever wins lives, whoever doesn't falls to their death or something. Either that, or they could make it another team game where like your team has to all make it before the other team. There's probably not going to be a timer. It's just whoever makes it first. But I don't think that's likely. I think it's going to be pairs. They got to do another pair game. Because remember last time how gaggy it was when you realize one of your members dies? I think they're going to do that again. And then the last game people are saying is Jack and Jill. I didn't know that was an actual game. I just thought that was a nursery rhyme. They're going to have to like go up the hill, to fetch a pail. And they think they're going to have it like on their head while they go up a hill. And that they're going to have like, I don't know, like to spin or roll a die or like pick a card and it's going to tell them what to do. And some people might have to like restart at the back. I really don't know. But that's what the girls are saying, okay?
It's London Bridge. It's the same game. People go in a circle, and when the song ends, the arms come down. If you're caught inside, you're out. This makes a lot of sense here because you need two people to be the bridge. You got the two robots, and there is a train theme kind of going on with people going in a circle, follow the leader kind of style. It's been shown that the creator likes to have a lot of games that involve songs to go with it, and this definitely is played with the song.
Another theory I have that I haven't seen other people say is I think the frontman is not gonna kill Gi-hoon. I think he's gonna take him and act like he died and announce his death, but he's gonna try to make him the new frontman, or at least get him to see that these people cannot be redeemed and that this is like a cycle. Like people are gonna need money, want money, will do anything to get money, hurt each other, fight, play these games, not quit the games. I think that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna make him see this. That's my theory. I haven't seen other people say that, but I truly believe that's what's gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna get rid of him. I don't think he's going to send him back to the games either, and I don't think if he gets sent back to the games that he's going to win this time. I think Hyunju is more likely to win the games over everybody else because of her background and her build. And I think she's very smart. She's very tactical. Like, that was her career. Like, you had to be very, very smart, quick, good on your feet, athletic, having good endurance. I think our winner is Hyunju, y'all. If they don't quit the games, if the games aren't ended, if they actually make it all the way through, I think Hyunju's going to win. Gi-hoon ain't gonna make it again. He's getting a little older now. I think he's really gonna become an apprentice. I don't think he's gonna actually be the new frontman. I think he's gonna act like he will be and then figure out all the secrets and meet the VIPs and then try to do something there. And then maybe that's when they find the right island after they realize the captain is a fake. Or like setting them up and not on their side and part of the black market stuff, or somebody. He's on somebody's side. I don't think. I mean, somebody's got to know him in order for him to go to that island in the first place. So maybe he is somebody to the front man. I don't know. But I think they're going to clock him just in time. And then Gi-hoon's going to like switch up on the front man just in time. And they're going to be able to get people out. I don't know though. Yeah. So if they make it all the way through, my vote's on Hyunju. But if not, I think the escape plan will work. But like in the nick of time. In the nick of time. I don't know how they're going to figure out the captain's a fake. Maybe someone's going to overhear something or see something and record it. Or maybe they're just going to realize they are like nowhere near where they're supposed to be. I don't know how though. I mean, there are a bunch of little islands out there. They could be on any one. I'm sad for season 3. Some people are like, I'm not watching season 3. I give up. I'm not watching season 3. Season 2 was boring. Honestly, I might like this more than season 1. I think we got to know these characters a lot more. We got to know more characters. The stories are very interesting. Seeing people's mental state, very interesting. The new voting, very interesting. The little coup at the end, I was sad for that. Like, I thought they were going to make it. I should have known they weren't because we knew there's a season 3 coming. They should have kept that secret. But, yeah. But I enjoyed it, and I will be watching season 3. All of you saying you won't are liars because you watched season 2 in a day. So now what? If you really were enjoying it, you would have turned it off or changed the channel. You would have picked that remote up and changed the channel. So now what? Liars. You enjoyed it. You just don't like that it was incomplete. That's what it is. Don't say you didn't like it. You just didn't like that it was incomplete and that they're doing like a part 1, part 2 basically. Also, I keep seeing a lot of people talk about how, oh, this season they got plot armor. A lot of these people are in the military. Like, that's not fair. I think you guys are missing the point, and I think that media literacy is not there for you. I think it's kind of dead. The reason, in my opinion, why they keep mentioning how many people are in the military is because people are sacrificing their lives for a bunch of countries and get paid shit in return or get paid nothing in return. And I'm not talking about mandatory enlistment if you have to do that. And I feel so bad. America, we better not. But if you have to do that, you have to do that. So you have some kind of military background. Half of them have some kind of military background. Not by choice though. Like if you were actively in the military, or you just quit, or got kicked out, or fired, or whatever, and like you are actually like that was your job, and there's so many of them in there where that was their job. That should say a lot, shouldn't it? They don't get paid. They're not paid well. Same here. You don't get paid well. Like that's commentary. That there's a point to that. They're not just doing that so they have plot armor. There's a reason. Like you guys are missing all of the big story. You guys are so focused on the action. We only saw 3 games. There's more to this than just the games. The shock factor was there for me. The new games. I think these games are harder. In a sense, I think these games are harder. I do think they are. People were making dumbass decisions. People were getting high. Thanos was shoving people in red light, green light. He had very funny English one-liners. The teams and the ally situation was very interesting to me. The betrayals, very interesting to me. People turned on Gi-hoon way faster than I thought. The fact that we were able to see the guards, that was very interesting to me. The last little thing I want to add here is that I'm so glad the writer/director Hwang Dong-hyuk got paid more, and that he's making 2 seasons out of this, because this could have all been 1 season, but I don't blame him because he barely got paid the first time. He sold all the rights to Netflix. He didn't really get a lot, and he spent like 16 years, I think is what it said on it. 16 years? 16 years making 1 season, trying to get enough money and funding and a network to do 1 season. And he got paid like nothing while Netflix made billions off of this. Billions of views, billions of dollars. I would split this shit up into 2 seasons too. I can't hate on him for that. I would too. You would too for a check. You would do it too for a check. And now what? So I'm on his side. As much as I want more, they filmed it already. It's coming. We just gotta wait. We just gotta be patient. Like I hate these short ass seasons, but like I'm gonna let it slide just in this case. I would milk this shit with 0 fucks as well. He got paid scraps for this brilliant idea. Also, I'm just so glad like a K-drama really took over. Like as someone who's been into like K-media for a few years now, since like 2020, like well, late 2019, early 2020, like this shit took over. Around the same time Blackpink and BTS were taking over. Wow. And around the same time that Parasite got like an Oscar as well, like they are here and they're here to stay. Finally, people are giving other like non-English shows a chance, non-Hollywood shows a chance. Like we love to see it. People getting a shot, people getting their stories out there. Yes, yes, yes. Give me more. Who's next? Who's next? So yeah, girlies, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed my thought process. Hope you enjoyed my recap, which was all over the place. I apologize. Hope you enjoyed the season. Hope you watch it again because I will be sat and watching it again. Probably tonight. Why not? Just do it again, all of it. Why not? Let me know what your theories are. I think mine are pretty accurate. I don't know. I mean, as someone who's trying to be a writer, like a screenwriter, I'm peeping some stuff that I don't think other people are peeping. But maybe that's just me and my ego. I don't know. I don't know. And speaking of K media, not only did I get this for Christmas, because this isn't K media, look what my mother got. What she know about Blackpink? What she know about Blackpink? Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, like and subscribe and all that jazz. And the song of the day is the Squid Games intro because it's creepy and freaks me out. It's very eerie, but it's stuck in my head. And so is that Round and Round song. Peace out. Check out my other stuff. Why not? Be a baddie. Join the baddie squad. We need more members. Come on down. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come on. All right. Peace out. And stand Sabrina Carpenter. Period.